Let's say you finished one of your lessons that you have created and you're ready to really go in and look at the sessions. If you have the free version, then you really don't know which student answered which at this point. You do know as a whole group kind of where students were going, but now it's time to really look to see like which student knew it, which students did not. You'll go to your peardeck.com home screen. That's after you log in. This is what you see. The top left hand, you're going to see home, sessions, and help. You're going to click on sessions and you'll see all of the sessions you taught. This is why I recommend naming your session because none of this really looks like you know what's going on. You can see that you have some of your vocabulary sessions live. And let's say you notice that one of your slides is live and you did not mean to leave that live. And that means your students can still access it if they have that link. You can click the three dots and click end session. And that's going to end that session for your students so that they no longer have access. Or let's say you already had some and your students worked on it. So let's say this one right here from this day is closed. I want to reopen it for my students. I can click reopen session and I can turn on student pace. So then it allows my students to work on it at their own pace, really look at the edits that they need to make and make some adjustments within that session. And while I have that on student paced, students can work whatever. And again, just click the three dots and you end the session and then students are no longer able to access it. All of that can be done through your Pear Deck dashboard on the actual website. Now it's time to really look at the data. I'm going to go to this particular session that I did from this Wednesday. I'm going to click the three dots. I'm going to click export to spreadsheet. If you have a paid account, you can look at the dashboard, which is going to be over here, this little square. If you have a free account, you're going to click export to spreadsheet. With this, it's going to open a spreadsheet and you'll see this didn't have any names. That was the wrong one. I didn't need to open that one. So let's look at this one. I'm going to end the session again and export the spreadsheet. And now this is the one I wanted to see. I can see my students' names, I can see their emails, and I can also see what they said. You can see this is pretty consistent. If this was inconsistent, then it would tell me like, hey, I really need to look and see why the student said this. And maybe I need to have a conversation with that student. You can work in that spreadsheet. You can hide names by just highlighting the rows. Let's say I need to highlight number 2 and I need to speak with student 3. I'm just going to right click and I'm going to click hide row. Now I only see student 3's information and I can have that one-on-one conversation with my student and have whatever conversation I need. I can print that out, talk to whoever that student also works with, whatever the case may be. And that's where I can access my individual data for each student for the paid account, for the free account. I'm sorry.